Bon vendredi, welcome. This is Friday, January the 17th of 2020. How are you guys? It's one person right now. Welcome to the Agile Lounge on this Friday. Agile. Really quick update on what's going on with the Dare Real Agile podcast that's coming up. It's coming up. It's taking form incrementally, iteratively. So we present you today I'd like to share with you guys the where we are right now. So if anyone could, as we are live experimenting, tell me if is the music too loud, because we'd like to do it the lounge styles. Maybe it's better like this. All right. So it's my Ibiza Mallorca playlist of 2016. Who cares about my hair? So for those persons I see right now, the chat room is open. You can give me your comment, your requests, what have you. And today, as the title mentioned, is we're going to talk about my day 2 and 3 of this great journey towards the podcast to talk about business agility. I think it's going to be awesome. So day 2 and 3, yes, guys, of great help that I receive once again from who I call one of my professional soulmate or twin flame, Steve Rees Christensen, the best ever designer and creative artists out there. He's not just doing branding and logo. He's also helped me a lot with the back end of things. And so all the questions on the value list concerning hosting the podcast, RSS feed, a space to, spread this amazing podcast that's going to be co-created with some of you out there. So that's going to be very, very amazing that I solved like that kind of the puzzle, because that was technically one of the things that I'd like to concentrate on, the content, not the container. So it's going to help me with that container. It's going to be easy, enough space on the hard drive and the server to get the stream goes on iTunes, probably Spotify, and of course SoundCloud, because I think it's important that we do a SoundCloud more free type of stills. Waiting that some other people in this lunchtime of this Friday Agile that I said consistently, the Scrum way, I'm going to be there either live or premiere, and I decided to do a live right now just before my training because I closed the shop for this morning after meeting for some clients. So see, this is the SDD of my older MacBook who've been spilled. All data retrieve. Never believe Apple computer or the Apple store when they tell you whether it's your iPhone, iPad, or even your SDD, that they cannot be save or data remove recovery. Of course, this was a 2015 A1586 MacBook Retina that I bought actually when it was out in 2015. So I tried to be eco-responsible, having my apparatus for as long as I can. Without the spilling, I will have keep it probably for a longer time. But I realized that with this new MacBook I'm filming right now, the new MacBook 2019, which is here A2159 for those technically enough to go search for it. Apparently, this SDD, it's glue. So if you don't use a time machine or any hard disk, remote hard disk, you're going to be F. So just an advice here, waiting for people joining the room. It's 12:43 right now on Agile Lounge. Agile. I prefer to say agile. Even if I hear some British saying like agile or blah. And in Espanol, I think it's agile with an E without the E, with an I, with a special effort. So yes, this week, big movement. Not too much response about the intro though, but that's okay, guys. You probably are busy. I'm also busy, but I take time to interact with you through the means of YouTube, Vimeo, LinkedIn, Twitter, and all around the world. And the podcast, it's coming. Are we changing the planning? Yes, of course we do. With the Scrum Beer coming up, by the way, on Wednesday, January the 29th. Link in the description below after the live to get your prime tickets for your first glass of beer free. We're gonna exchange about books that you may have read during the holidays of 2019-20. So share any discovery, anything you learn with a beer. So it will be really a freestyle, lean Scrum beer just to enjoy ourselves for the first time of the years. And on top of the thing, we just realized here at the marketing team of the Team Lounge that it's going to be the first year anniversary. So when I start promoting it, I forget about it. So we kind of readjust it. You see, this is a true agile and practice. So we readjust it, and we are now inviting you not only to share the book in agility or lean management that you read or anything that could help to smartening or bettering the world of work, but it will be also the occasion to celebrate and togetherness the first year anniversary of the Scrum Beer with this 8th edition. And last year we had, my God, if I remember, with an average of 45 people. So we have about 300 people met in 2019. So let's try to have this new cycle, this new sprint of 2020 with a Scrum Beer with more people that will come, enjoy, relax, lounge away, no fla-fla, no structure, just free yourself, enjoying the delicious beer of the brewery for Origin, and make connection, meet people, exchange, learn through conversation, make your network, find a mentor, find a coachee, whatever, sell if you want to sell. But the true thing is the interaction between people over what? Put this in the comment. Interaction of individual over what? Let me know what you know about this. And yes, apparently those little tips, 3-5 minutes video seems to be something that people like. So we're going to try to make some more of them. And I will try also to, with my other coaches who are a bit shy, to embark them into doing this. All right. So for the replanning of the Dare Real Agile podcast, we're going to have to record according to the advice of the marketing people and the creative people. I'm better like launch it when I've got at least 2 episodes. So I thought like I was in a perception of doing it kind of live and then it goes on and then you know that you have something else. But apparently, again, the algorithm of those Apple and Spotify and what have you, they said like if your channel starts with only 1 episode, it will not rank as a new stuff. So we're gonna have to record then. So this is why we have to replan. You see, we are in a complete Scrum way of re-advising our planning. So instead of having the first replay, as I was promising on this channel of YouTube of Agile Lounge, the first replay at the end of January, it will be probably more at the end of February with 2 episodes ready, but we're gonna replay something like this. So that's it. So just to manage expectation for you guys out there. And by the way, welcome to about the 10 new members on Meetup for the Scrum Beer. Welcome to the about 6-7 new loungers here on the YouTube channel. And there's so many on LinkedIn that start following me. And you will have to expect about 80 to 85% content in English, a big other 15% in French, and we're going to try also in Espanol if I could switch my personal Mexican, Yucatecan Spanish towards a better professional international standard Spanish. So any Latino or Latina, querida, querido, are there, come to help me practicar mi español, por favor, in the business way. So that's it. So this week, big achievement in our sprint towards making this podcast happen, making this conversation I would like to have with you out there. So I finally bought domain name for .com and .ca of their Real Agile, but we're gonna put everything under agilelounge.com / and redirection for this. So we're ready for this. We have the trademark now. It's us. It will be us. I've got also everything about my RSS feed with Blur Press. It's WordPress, yes, but it's another kind of name. So I'm really happy about all these technical stuff, the tooling stuff that I could care less. I would like to concentrate again on the outcome, on the product that we're going to do. And the product, it's actually our conversation into these shows. And once again, if you'd like to write to me at coach@agilelounge.com, again, link in the description, to propose yourself to be on the show, with what subject and what kind of angle you'd like to approach it, respecting the mission vision of the Dare Real Agile. You have to dare to speak about something or to call out something that you think we talk too much about. And you have to be real and suggest, not solving it within the half an hour show that we're going to have, but the discussion talks about like, what will you propose to the world out there to fix this thing, or just to maybe, why are we talking too much about it? So let's move on and let's do the real agility. Let's be agile for once and so on. So yeah, that's it. So I still see only 3% right now on the live, no comment in the chat. So I'm assuming that everything's going well. So let me know, guys. I hope you like the music, because Friday, Friday it's to relax, it's to chill. Actually, you could do it every day at the Agile Lounge. This is why we are called Lounge, because it's important to have fun, have it in a chill way, because when it's time to do the work and to work in togetherness, we know you all give your maximum, guys. So I'm really, really, really thankful of, again, Funky Dragon. Link will be in the description. He's a great creative guy, and he's also helping us at the Agile Lounge to have something concrete on the table out in this world. So that's what I want to say. And maybe I will take a bit longer than 15 minutes just to... Last week, I did the kind of introduction about what is their Real Agile podcast in French. Someone commented publicly, but I received a lot of... I realized that really 77% of my subscribers, especially here on YouTube, are English language people. So I think it's important that I recapped it. Of course, the first episode will be probably like the introduction and the clear mission and vision of the podcast coming up for this first year, this first season, the first release. Because I think the season, we're going to call it the release, and every month, because it's going to be once a month, last Friday. And when I say that, actually, with the way that I understood, we have to build the base and the podcast, and they have to be ready. So there's no live kind of way to do podcasts right now. So if we do live, it's going to be spontaneous live here on YouTube and maybe Vimeo in the near future. But for the podcast, finally, when we announce there's going to be a replay on YouTube at the end of the month, which means that probably is going to be available before that. So we always aim Thursday, Friday. I think it's cool. Even if our analysis says, like, because all the social network are green light on the Fridays, especially before 3 p.m. But apparently LinkedIn, for some reason, Monday and Friday, you avoid it at all costs. So we're going to see how we're going to play that. But, we're not just doing it for the LinkedIn audience. We are doing it for anybody out there, boys or girls or boy, woman, what have you, anyone who would like to put business agility at the forefront. So, yes, why we'd like to ask you to dare, it's because I think having many clients, especially in the last 2-3 years, they kind of have enough of those bulldozer coach or consultant that came up with a one-size-fits-all all kind of ready, apparently, no tailored to any context of business or technology. So I hear you guys out there, and not only I hear you, I understand you as well, and this is why we gotta put it for you in a daring sense. We're gonna inviting you to dare being agile, using those values and principle, and model it to your business context, and especially the definition of done. I have it here. You don't see it, like, you know, because agile should start with a DOD, definition of done, and in French I like to do the art factor. The art factor, it's accompli, which is accomplish, realize, or, and terminer is done. So this is why in French the DOD I translated into art, and we're doing art actually. This is really important. And so I will invite you to dare agility with the outcome in mind. And most of the time, the outcome, and especially my understanding with my coaching that I received for years with the great Scrum mind, you identify your definition of done. How will your product, your solution, your services, could be your project, but you don't have a project. Anything that you'd like to put out there as a deliverable that will make your company, yourself, your team fulfill, needs require a definition of done. So what will be considered done if it's done, or what type of increment is going to be done? So the daring factor here is to dare being empirical and bring back empirism into agility. So this is the way I'd like you out there who would like to come on the show, bring some subject, because there's so many subjects out there that you would like to dare, inviting people that never been into agility, or they are in agility but they want to do it consciously. So here is the conscious agility as well. So it's kind of a challenge to challenge ourselves, to challenge our mind, to think different for real, and to make it happen that way. And the real factor, once again, I'm not the first one to say there's deep fake out there. And the same way that a lot of people are not daring enough to be courageous and help the customer and challenge the customer, because the coach out there, this is exactly our purpose. If someone would like to hire yes girls and yes men, yes women, excuse me, I should say, sorry about that, girls, women, it won't work. It's going to be a sprint to fail, a rep to fail. So you really have to be authentic. What is your intention? Listening to the client, and tell the client that you might be challenged. We need to see the outcome and how much you would like to satisfy your customer experience coming up to your shop or purchasing your product, using your apps, using your stuff. And really importantly, how do you put it in a real way, in a real practical way as well? So it's really funny. So you have to get like an empirical action from a true holistic vision. And all the name tagging in the Scrum model or the XP model and so on, at some point, like basically, and this is what Enterprise Scrum is teaching us. Enterprise Scrum, it's stop the language and the buzzwording, stop the framework, listen to the client, build a team together, make sure that the business owner, that could become whatever owner you want, has a clear vision of how do you have a DOD for your stuff. And then your team with the competency, the skills, and so on should be those who will be helping you as integrators. So it's vision integration that make the team. And Enterprise Scrum could require, especially if you ramp up with these new ideas, the adoption of the values and the principle, the adoption of the thinking, of the system thinking, of the design, and so on. So at some point, there's a lot of fluff out there, especially in Montreal. Everybody like to make something like this and that. And with Agile Lounge, we'd like to bring it back to empirical, some sports, okay? And make sure that instead of having training, you have the true martial arts, true ARI kind of development with the master and an apprentice. and that you are right on the spot, like at the end of a, let's call it workshop or a practical kind of help, like could we just help team? So that will be about like the real factor. And if out there there's people who are willing to continue with rigidity of the safe BS of having a coach telling them what to do with a one size fits all, but so have you guys. Okay, but it won't be with one of my coach. It won't be with me. It won't be with the Agile Lounge. So forget about us. Next channel. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm here, yes, to a living, but I would like to enjoy my living. I would like you enjoy receiving your coaching. I would like to offer you the best, the daring, the real, and the true agility in that sense. So that's it for this Friday. Thank you for those 3 ghosts who didn't talk that much. We'll just see here. Do we have something? Yeah, by the way, you're listening to the soundtrack of the Agile Lounge. It was those 2 NCS, no copyright, that we tried to have, actually. All right. So I leave you there. See you next Friday. Next Friday, it's what's going to be. It's going to be what? Are we available next Friday? Because there's a lot of things right now. I've got a lot of clients to take care of. Next Friday, the 24th, yes, I think we'll be able to do either a premiere or another live like this, a quick update on where we are going with this podcast that's coming up. It's going to take form really soon. I'm really, really enthusiastic about this. I'm enthusiastic about every project that we have here on our vision board and beyond. And a quick thing that I met a very, very, very beautiful mind, a very interesting entrepreneur from Massachusetts, is here in Montreal, is developing a very, very nice tool. So coming soon for some of my clients who are listening to this and some of my colleagues, I think you're going to like his app tooling. Yes, we're going to probably work together to help visualize the work even better, and even for the remote team. That's the teaser I'm giving you right now. So on that, loungers, thank you very much to listen. Thumbs up if you like this. Share this to spread the love and the conscious agility. And see you next Friday, same time, around 1-ish. Cheers, guys. Mwah.